Peace, everyone. This is Ashaki Ali coming in, and I wanted to share with you some thoughts that I had about self worth and how to find your self worth and what I see happening not only in my own life, but in the lives of other people that I care about, even those that I don't particularly know. I just have made an observation. I want to share some thoughts on finding your self worth. So, in my own personal life, I've noticed that I tie a lot of my thoughts about myself to what I provide to others. I have not been a person that has been, been selfish about myself, and it's been actually to my own detriment. I have martyrized, if that's a word, myself to the extent that I feel guilt when I do choose to do things for myself. Like I'm constantly thinking about how it is affecting other people. Now, granted, I am a mother, and making sure that my children are safe and secure and have everything they need is of the of high importance on my list of things. However, I can't take care of them in the way that they need if I'm not taking care of myself. And that well will run dry, and then you're resentful when in all actuality you're the one that pulled the trigger. um, I also have equated my self-worth and confidence to the jobs that I've done. I have been working all of my life. I began working at age 11. I was working at a hotel. From 11, there was a little break in work, but I was hustling throughout my neighborhood. Then, when I became a teenager, I worked in a store. And then I went from there to working as a security guard while I was in nursing school. And I've been nursing for the past 18 years. I've had little businesses that I have started and tried to, run throughout the years. I've always wanted to be an entrepreneur, but the security of full time plus having a large family, as I do, I have 6 children, 5 that are under the age of 18 at this point, has been highly important. And I've not had anyone that could step in and kind of allow me to pursue different things. I've always been the breadwinner, unfortunately. I've not been in a relationship um, that the man was playing his position and paying, taking some, alleviating a lot of the stressors. So I ended up having to take care of that. So, anyway, the work that I've done, I work very hard. I always have. Um, I thought that I was a person that didn't require any gratification from the people that I worked for or from the work I was doing, but I do need to hear that I'm doing well. If I'm not feeling reassured, my confidence begins to sag, and I'm bold enough to say that. Most people would see me and see how I am and how I speak. They would assume that I have no issues with self worth or self confidence or self esteem, but that is not true. And I'm, bold enough to say that. Perfectionism is a fault. I'm a perfectionist by fault. And right now, there are some things that are up in the air in my household. And I'm trying to make the right decisions. And then I feel a level of anxiety because I do not feel as if I'm giving my best, if that makes sense. Even though, I'm a copywriter now, I'm super proud to have been hired as a contract copywriter for a company. And I've actually, submitted um, a few articles already, and they've been accepted by the editors, and I've gotten positive feedback, and my rating is good. Um, and I'm working on some other things, but there's still something lacking there. And I know it's because I'm not per se going somewhere every day and hearing thank you or can you help me with. And so there I found that I am equating my self worth to what I do. Now, how to find your self worth? It's going to take some time for me to adjust. And I'm sure if you're going through a similar situation or have been through that, it'll take you some time to adjust as well. Um, I think one thing is, first of all, to acknowledge your accomplishments and the things that you have done. To big yourself up is one thing, to do a little life review of everything that you've accomplished thus far. Um, just to say, wow, I have done a lot of great things in my life. That's one thing. Two is showing gratitude. Um, Simple things like I'm super grateful for my spiritual practices. I'm grateful for meditation every day. I'm grateful for spiritual connections and friendships that I um, have gained in my life. I'm grateful for my family. I'm grateful for the love of my life. I'm grateful for my life. I'm grateful for my strength. I'm grateful to have clean water to drink. Certain things like that. So showing being grateful, having gratitude, is another way of finding your self-worth and digging deep. You know what I'm saying? Am I only a nurse? Am I only a mother? Am I only a sister? Am I only an intellectual? Am I only a writer? We have all these titles, and a lot of it is self-imposed. But, I always say, oh, I think outside the box. I live outside the box, but I very much do still live in a box, a big ass box, but it's still a box. And I think we have to learn to break those boxes down. If I used to work in a store, just like I just mentioned. And when we would get our beer supplies in, I had to, stock everything up, and I had to break those boxes down to flatten it out to make space. And that's a great analogy for what I feel is necessary for us to establish and feel worthy within ourselves, is to break down these proverbial boxes that we place ourselves within, to move beyond, to make space and room for new opportunities and new things, and taking new steps in our life. I think we very much do limit ourselves when we should be limitless individuals and people out here in this world. And I'm not just speaking to you, for those people that have taken time to listen. I'm speaking to myself. So I said all that to say this. If you are struggling with this issue, please comment and let me know. Or if you have questions, let's make this a conversation. I'm not the know all end all, but I do have a particular tool belt that I can tell people all day how they can get on a better footing and feel better about themselves. But I often have time receiving instructions from myself. So let me know if this is a topic that you are interested in, or something similar. Let me know if you're dealing with these issues. Let me know if anything that I've said in this recording has resonated with you. And I apologize for clearing my throat, but anyway, this is a very, I think I'm getting to, this is a touchy situation. My spirit is telling me that there's a lot of people that are dealing with the same emotions. And it helps for me to know if I'm on the right path. So intuitively, I feel it. I feel, as an empath as well, I feel the heaviness of others as well. So please comment, share, like, just let me know. Until the next time, you guys, take care. Stay tuned. I'm going to be coming back with some more fire soon. Peace.